Hey, what is going on, everybody? ScottDogGaming here. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're about to start playing some Football Manager 2020. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy this series. Please check out the rest of the content. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoy it. I have played an awful lot of Football Manager over the years, and we've been playing various scenarios on the channel. What I like to do when I'm playing Football Manager is pick a team that is maybe a little bit down on his luck, or has some local rivalry where the other team is outperforming them by far. So last year it was Tranmere, obviously, with Everton and Liverpool. This year it's going to be Ipswich Town, as you can see. Ipswich Town a little bit more so because Ipswich Town had been a championship club, I think, for 16, 17 years. And then this season got relegated, or last season got relegated into League One. They haven't got a lot of money. They have a fairly high dependency on their youth squad at this moment in time and a few senior players. So that's the reason I chose them. But also, I'm from Ipswich. I'm a Liverpool fan, so it's not that close to the heart. But I thought I know a little bit about the club. I know about the history of the club. I used to go and watch it many years ago, and I thought, why not? Why the hell not? Ipswich obviously doing very well in League One at this moment in time. I think they're top of league and maybe 5 points clear, something like that at this juncture. But hopefully we can replicate that in the game. Let's have a little read. Ipswich Town have today confirmed the appointment of Scott Dogg as the new club manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football. I like the idea that anyone else other than like the people in Ipswich are paying any attention to that whatsoever. The appointment of a 38-year-old who's recently spent time away from club football, and he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at Portman Road. Dogg has put pen to paper on a one-year deal worth 7.5k a week, or 7.25k a week. He replaces the previous manager, Paul Lambert. Dogg lacks the reputation of a promotion specialist, which gives the club's current ambitions, creates an intriguing dynamic as they intend to play at a higher level. So obviously Ipswich are looking to bounce straight back. We're going to go straight into this next screen. So this is a little bit of background about the club. So for those that you don't know, I'd like to formally welcome you to Ipswich Town to get acquainted with your new surroundings. You'll receive our introductory welcome pack before going to finalise the vision and objectives. We'll proceed together. Congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck. So you can see here, we're a 2.5-star club. Media predict us to finish second. Our director of football, Dave Bowman, assistant manager, Stuart Taylor. 30,000 capacity stadium, and our training grounds, Playford Road, where we've got great training facilities, youth facilities, and adequate recruitment. Up here you can see what we've won, but let's have a little read of the background before we do. Founded in 1878, Ipswich Town, a professional English club currently playing Sky Bet League One. Ipswich Town suffered relegation from the EFL Championship last season and will need to adjust to life in EFL League One. The club play their home games at Portman Road and possess great training facilities, great youth facilities, and the club's training ground at Playford Road. The Ipswich Town youth team play at Playford Road. The club also have adequate academy coaching and adequate youth recruitment network. The club remains fierce rivals with Norwich City. Obviously, Norwich being 2 leagues above us now. The club enjoyed probably their best spell during the 60s, although they're now enduring a 27-year barren spell. Not won a competition since 1992. Ipswich still have a history which they can be justly proud of. Ipswich won the top division for the only time in 1962 and finished runners-up 2 times. Won the Europa League in 1981 and the FA Cup in 1978. Won the second tier. No one cares about that. Right, okay, so we've got a bit of history, Ipswich. They've won an FA Cup, they've won a league, they've won the Europa League. So they've got a history that they can be proud of, and we're going to try and rebuild that history and add to it. Obviously, we've got some players out on loan. We've got some players in as well. We've got some reasonable players in our team, certainly ones that I've heard of, which is quite nice. The outline for the future is that we need to sign 22-year-olds. We need to develop the club's youth system, and we need to play entertaining football. They want us to work within a budget and win promotion, reach the 3rd round of the FA Cup. I think we start in the 1st and reach the 2nd round minimum of the Carabao Cup. That's the one. We've only got a 1-year contract, but if we manage to get that renewed, we're going to have to try and remain in the Championship if we get promoted. So it's an interesting one. We don't want to have an inter-squad friendly, but we do want the rest of the stuff, so let's keep going. Let's just quickly save this, let that happen. So as I was saying, if you're new to the channel, I really appreciate it. I really hope you're going to enjoy this series. What we'll probably do in terms of format of the video, we'll play one game per episode, but we'll probably play a few games off camera so I can give you an update of what's happened in those games. Let's have a little look at our news. So obviously we've read this. This is the introduction that we had. We can see here that James Wilson's contract is about to expire. We've got some news about the tactics. We're not particularly interested in that. Our expectations meeting. We could argue some of these, but I think it all seems fair, so we're going to accept that. Pre-season preparation, we want to do some heavy fitness training to try and get the boys in shape. Oh, we're playing Genk and Fulham and Northampton, and God, we're going to lose lots of friendlies. Okay, pre-season training. So Luke Chambers, Goose, Rowe, Holly and Judge have all come back in good condition, but we've got quite a few injuries straight off the bat, and I think from memory, they're pretty drastic ones. Squad selection rule, so we're allowed 7 players trained by the club. We must have 7 players trained by the club, and a few other things, but I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue considering the position we're in. Transfer window, we know that these people have all moved on. Unbelievable. And right, let's have a little look. This is going to tell us who should take penalties and so on and so forth, but I think we'll bypass that for now. That's not what I meant to click on. Okay. What else have we got? Social feed, that's fine, and homegrown players update. Let's have a little look at some of the news of our squad. I think we'll probably play 4-5-1 or 4-3-2-1, something along those lines. But last season is the first time that I probably played a 4-4-1-1, and it worked quite well. So we might have that as a second option. What I want to have a little look at here is the assistant report, which is going to tell us a little bit about our setup of our club. As you can see here, we've got some strengths. We've got pretty good finishing, pretty good passing, vision and positioning. So reasonable stuff, but then we're lacking a bit over here as well. It looks like we lack a little bit of a commanding presence, probably in the middle of the park, and we're struggling for midfield depth. We're right at the edge of our wage budget, and we've got nothing to compensate that with. So we're gonna struggle a little bit. There's not a great deal of depth to the squad as well, which we kind of knew before we got started. Obviously, having some people come back from injury will be pretty big. Right, let's have a little look at the squad depth. So I think if we go to something along these lines, this is probably likely the formation that we'll play. So we've got Keane and Norwood who can play up front, both rated pretty similarly, and Jackson and Lancaster. It feels like we've got a lot of strikers that we don't necessarily need, and Sears, who's currently out. On the wings, we've got Rowe. So if I was to remove Judge from over here, so what I'm trying to do is just try and figure out where our weaknesses are. We've got Rowe and we've got Sears over here, and we've got Judge and Edwards over here, so we're not too bad in those positions. We need to remove you because you're already in this list. And you, because no, that's fine. That's fine. So we've got a little bit of cover, not great, but as I said, lots of these people are currently injured. But this doesn't look too bad. The problem is our 2 first choice midfielders are also our 2 first choice defensive midfielders. So I think we either need another midfield, because I think Bishop is injured. We either need another midfielder, although I think we can play Downs up here. So maybe this isn't too bad. If I was to remove him from here, we'd be in this position. Nolan, I think, is injured. Bishop, I think, is injured, but Downs can play here. So we've got some cover in this position. Judge will be out on the wing, so we're not interested in where he's playing. And Edwards, I think, is on the wing as well. So we've got some options, but not a huge amount. And then we've got down here, we've got Chambers playing at the same time. So we've got a reasonable team. Bilikowski, I think, is out on loan, but is a pretty good goalkeeper. Okay. So we've got some cover. Let's go and have a little look at our actual squad, because we'll be able to see who's injured. As you can see, we've got Bishop, who's out for 4 to 5 months. We've got Nolan, who's out for 4 weeks to 2 months. Salah, maybe, who's out 8 weeks to 3 months, and Freddie Sears, who's out 4 to 5 months. So we've got quite a lot of people who are out. I'd like to get rid of Sears, if I'm really honest. He's 29 years old. He can do a job for us, but he's going to be out for half the season, and he's taking up 5k a week. I'd like to get shot of him, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. And And then we've got a few players here that, sort of strikers that I think we could possibly do. Interestingly, last season we played with Tranmere, and Norwood was the bane of my life. But I don't think it's a wise idea to try and get shot of him. Caden Jackson, 25 years old. Where are you from? Accrington Stanley. We might think about letting you go to free up some funds because we've got 2 strikers. We've got Roberts who can play there as well. I think we might consider that that kind of offer to get a shot of you. The other thing I want to show down here, obviously, we know about our facilities. We know about most other things. Let's have a little look at the finances. So over here, we can see that we've got 2.15 million in the bank, which is more than I expected. But this is going to dwindle as time goes on. I'm pretty sure of that. And as you can see, we've got a wage budget of 128k, and we're using 123 of it. So not a huge amount of funds available. And then lastly, I just want to have a look at this. So this is the development center. This is where you can see who's out on loan, who's in your squad, who they recommend watching. If we go to the under 23s, we can come over here and look at our current potential. We've got Nadam over here who is injured, shock horror, 8 to 9 months. We've got Andre Dezel, who I think we're probably straight off the bat, it's good enough to be moved to the squad. I think we're going to move him there anyway because we need the cover in midfield for now. We've got Dobra, who looks pretty all right, who we might move. But we'll come and have a look at some of these a little bit later on. We've got another centre-half down here. Harry Wright as the goalkeeper. So, yeah, maybe not too bad. And then we've got our under-18s. And we didn't look at the potential, but we've got Liam Gibbs over here who they seem to think is going to be one to watch. And let's have a little look over this side. Yeah, Dylan Crow over here who they think is going to be one to watch as well. So this is quite nice. I like that they put all this together so you can easily come in and have a look at your squad and think, and your actual reserve players and think, oh, we could do something here. These are the players we've got on loan, and you can see that we've got a couple of people who are out on loan. Those are not be cancelled within the first 28 days. So we could get Bilakowski back if we wanted. And I don't know enough about you to know whether you're worthwhile bringing back or not. But that's where we are. I think what we'll do is I'll probably put a cut in here. I'll probably go away and have a little look on the transfer market, see if we can find anyone who might be able to come and play for us. We'll have a look at the tactics, and I'll come up with a plan for what I think is what we'll play. And then when we come back, let's have a little look at our schedule. We will come back with the game against Inverness. And then who knows what we'll do. We might play the friendlies and come back with the first game of the season. We might even come back to the second game of the season because that is Sunderland. So we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, I don't entirely know how the structure will work. Let me know your thoughts on that if you've got a view. But I think to get through some more seasons, we'll try and play a few more games between matches rather than bringing you bringing you every match. But if you want to see every match, please let me know. I'll put a cut in here and I will be right back. Okay, so we are back and we're about to take on Spartak Moscow. So we've got Hughes, who is not ready, recovering from a torn hamstring. Stewart signs a new contract. Great, thanks for that. And Smith has turned professional. Interesting that we used to have a player called Tommy Smith, who was I think a New Zealand centre-half. And now we've got this Tommy Smith coming in after the other Tommy Smith left. So we're up against Spartak Moscow. Not a game I'm really expecting to get anything out of. But I guess at this moment in time is literally just about getting some fitness and seeing how it goes. So Scouse and Downs, they've played together previously. We've got a few players out here. We could get another player into the fray. I don't know who. Who should we go with? Let's have a look. Can't have you. You're injured. Barry Cotter, congratulations. You are getting promoted to the senior squad just because we don't have enough players. Let's quick pick it. So you've gone into the list. Hughes is on the list. Let's get back to that. We're going to grab another player because I don't really want Hughes on the bench if we don't have to. Let's get you up as well, Dobra. There you go. Hope you enjoy. Quick pick. Okay, so you're on the bench and Hughes has dropped down. Perfect. Right, we're ready to go. We're not going to do much. We're just going to kind of tell the boys to go out. I didn't talk you through the formation. So we're playing this 4-5-1. Essentially, we're playing the Gegenpress. We're going to try and get the ball back high up the pitch. We're going to put pressure on them to stop them clearing the ball. And we're going to hope that our wingers can make the difference. We'll also be switching the ball a reasonable amount in the hope that we can create space or use the space that's created from switching it. So that's the plan. We're going to concentrate on our fitness, and we're going to go. So before this gets started too quickly, I am going to go into the old camera, because at the moment there's some issues with the 3D view being a little bit stuttery. Actually, there was an update today, so maybe that's fixed it. Let's jump back. But actually, the 3D camera tends to annoy me a little bit because I get agitated by the fact that the players are terrible. Okay, looks a little better, not fantastic. I think there's still a little bit of stuttering in there. We are playing a little slow as well. So let's change this to key highlights. Let's change this to slightly higher, and there we go. That should do it. Judge is in. The ball is on. Edwards is in. Edwards surely doesn't score. Should have scored. Doesn't score. Not many people here to watch Spartak. I suppose that's probably fair enough. Norwood doesn't get up and win the header, and here they come. We've got two back. They've got people over. The ball is in, but again, the keeper's going to get there. And it's been an all right start for us so far. We've not looked too bad. That ball is out wide to Edwards, and then the ball over to Rowe was on. Rowe was a little slow to react to it. And now they're playing the way that we want to play. It'd be nice if we got the ball back, actually. We've played a lot of longer balls than I anticipated early on. They almost had a run through the middle then. They got two men over. Surely an overlap. No. There's the ball across. Oh, God. What happened there? I think the keeper managed to half hold onto it, push it against the bar. I'm not 100% sure. Guess we're going to find out from this angle. Badu with the cross. Gets in, hits the bar, and then he does that. I'm not sure what that was. Kind of just pushes the ball a yard in front of him. Maybe should have done better. I don't know if we need to see it again. I guess you're showing us an offside, are you? Okay, we played them onside. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Not really what we wanted in this first game. Luke Chambers picked up a booking in a friendly. Lovely. Okay. We'll probably make a full team of changes at half time, unless there's anyone on the pitch who isn't too tired. Half an hour gone. We've not really done much. I was hoping we'd have a bit more of the ball. I'd hoping we would keep the ball a little bit higher up the pitch. But I guess it'll take time. We're not used to the formation we're trying to play as well. There's a ball across from Judge. Wolfenden's there. And we've got a corner. Judge with the ball across. Norwood. Oh, my Lord. I don't think Norwood even jumped. Did he? I'm not sure what the celebration is. I genuinely don't think Norwood even jumped when he hit that. Nope, just kind of little stand on his tiptoes to nod that ball home. Back on terms just at half time. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so it's pretty even actually. So the boys that they did well. Most people are fairly okay, so I think we're going to start. We'll maybe get to about the 60th minute or so and make some changes. That feels like the right thing to do. Another free kick. Judge has got good delivery. Wolfenden's there. Oh, how did that not go in? How did that not go in? Judge is our set piece man. Norwood again doesn't get there, and here they come, and that ball out wide is on. But it's a little too wide that he's played that, in all honesty. Okay. Let's make some changes. It's that 60-minute mark. Feels like that's a good time. I guess we're going to get Cotter on. I think you can go at left back. Oh no, hold on. No, I think we... No, I think you can go at left back. I think that's fine. And then I think... Why is Lancaster playing there? Have I been playing him there all along? Don't know if I have. I think that's someone I brought on by mistake. What have I done here? So I'm missing a centre half. Down here, Wilson. There we go. We're back on track. Don't think I've got a defensive midfielder on the bench. Let's move to the attack, to the normal midfielders. You can come on. I think we're going to be short of a midfielder here as well. And this is what I was saying. We're a little short of players, in all honesty. in the midfield area. Okay, you're coming on, and we're trying to sell Roberts. We'll get you on, and then we'll play Keane for the second half. So a little bit of problem in the middle of the park, but I think that's fine. Off we go for the second half of this second half, I guess. There's Judge to Rowe. Rowe's ball out to edges. That's the switch that we were looking for, the one that creates some space. Not sure about the header from the edge of the area, but apparently it hits the bar. We've not looked too bad. I thought we were going to be considerably worse than this. I get the feeling set pieces are going to be shaky. Well done, Holly. Well, there's lots of room for Dobra. Promoted from the youth team. Oh, he skipped past his man. He's going to get there again. Dobra. Unbelievable. I thought Scouse was going to lose it. Ball to Lancaster's on. Oh, what a strike, son. What a strike. Zell just squares it. Lancaster doesn't even take a touch. Just fires it into that far corner. Get in. So we're approaching the end of the game. We're 15 minutes away. What I'd really like to know from you guys is how you think this season's going to pan out for us. Where you think we need to improve. Any tips or techniques or tactics that you've got or can suggest. Any players that you think might be good or fit our style of play, because I think this is probably what we'll go for. Kind of high pressure, trying to get the ball back. Oh, good Lord. No. Oh, thank God for that. And yeah, I'd just love to know what your thoughts are. If there's anything you want to know, any players you want to see, anything along those lines, let me know. But we're just going to keep plodding along here. And oh, come on, referee, it's just friendly. You don't need to send him off. But yeah, where you think we're going to finish? That's the big one. Obviously, promotion is kind of our only option. But whether we'll achieve that or not, I don't know. We're gonna say the boys, they did. Their performance was delightful. We want to try and boost some of this morale a little bit and try and get them into a place where they're a bit happier. We had a team talk. The team talk didn't go fantastically. They weren't impressed by me saying I think we can get the champions or be the champions. They weren't particularly keen on that. We've got some players signing contracts, which I'm okay with. We left that to our assistants to do. I think we'll put a cut in here then, and then let's have a little look. I think the question is, do we come back for the first game of the season and then play the second game sort of immediately after out in his own episode? Or do we just come back for the Sunderland game? I think we might play both of these, and then we'll kind of pick and choose our games from there. So if there's any games you desperately want to see when you're looking down this fixture list, let me know. But I will hopefully see you all again soon. Really helps if you can leave a like on this first video to let me know that you're keen and you want to see more. I'm not entirely sure of the release schedule just yet. I think early on we'll do quite a few a week, but we'll see how it plays out. And if I'm putting out too many videos for you to keep up with, you'll have to let me know. Thank you so much. Please hit the like button. I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.